Hey there, everyone. Me and Gimli, so cute, are gonna be reviewing the Tascam Pocketstudio model number DP008EX. I haven't seen it called that. It's a Pocketstudio. I guess the reason it's '08 is because it's the 8-track version of the Pocketstudio. You don't have to worry about that too much, though. I'm sorry if you hear purring on the recording, by the way. He's very loud, but he also won't leave. Anyway, this thing is super cool. I've played around with it a little bit so far, and it has more features than I even know, like, what to do with. But I'm just going to kind of do a quick and dirty rundown of, like, what it can be used for, because that's about all I know. Like, you can actually, you can go into this thing, like, record 8 tracks worth of stuff, mix them all together live, add like different effects like reverb and things like that, and then export that out as 1-track MP3, all without ever putting it on a computer. It's ridiculous, but I'm probably never going to do any of that because I'm not musically talented, which is kind of the point of that. Like to mix like a guitar track in with an audio in with a vocal track and like be able to hear it live while you're doing the next one. What I like it for is you can actually have 2 live tracks at a time. So you can record from 2 separate things at once, and it's portable, runs off a battery, so you can do that from anywhere. Plus, it takes XLR inputs, so you can have either, a mix of 2 XLR mics or 1 XLR mic and the onboard mic, which actually sounds pretty good. If you want a comparison of that, you can check out the video I did on the Comico lavalier mic, because I compared that lav mic with the onboard mics on this guy, as well as my regular XLR mic. So that's a good way to see the actual audio comparisons. But for this, I'm just gonna do like a feature show of this guy, not an actual audio comparison. But you can have 2 live mics at a time, and you can even live monitor with your headphones. You can actually go in, whoa, I can do it right now, and hear while you're recording, and be able to adjust the individual tracks that are live at the moment. So I can turn down one of them, for example. It's still recording full volume, but I don't hear it right now. You can turn it back up and turn the other one down. So right now I can only hear the onboard mic, which still admittedly sounds pretty good. I know none of this means anything to you because you don't hear it like I hear it, but just trust me, you can do it. You can turn both of them down so you don't hear anything through your headphones, but what's the point of wearing headphones then? And you can have them both live at the same time, which sounds kind of weird. It's a mix of mics together, but you can do it. It's a pretty standard layout as far as the buttons go. It's essentially a portable soundboard. That's what it looks like. You've got, like I said, your 8 tracks with your levels, your reverb, and your monitor volume. And then up top, you have just the 2 inputs that you can have live at any given time with their recording volumes. So if you adjust that live, it starts to go down while you're recording. Turn it back up. Pretty standard stuff. And then you've got your master, which adjusts the entire thing, but it would probably make me peak right now, so I'm not going to do it too much. And then you've got buttons to turn on the reverb, mute tracks. You've got a dial on the side that you can use in the menus and things like that. You scroll up and down the options. And then you've got 4 functions next to the monitor, the live monitor. When you're in a menu, you can do different things with those functions. On the bottom corner, you've got your actual recording buttons. So whenever you want to record, you have to actually select the tracks you want to record, and they blink, which shows that they're active for recording. And then you go over to the actual like play and pause buttons, and you hold record and hit play to start the recording. And then you hit play again to stop it, and hit stop to actually stop the whole track. It's kind of a weird, like, way too many buttons system, but it works once you understand it. It took me a little bit. I had to go like read the instructions and stuff because there's a lot you can do with this thing. But that's why this is just a quick and dirty rundown, because the instructions are online. If you want to get this thing, like if you think it would be worthwhile to you, as far as like maybe, you know, you have a roaming podcast, you want to take it out to a friend's house and be able to just set it up, plug your mic in, you know, have them run off the onboard mic, you run off your own, and just record wherever you go. This thing's great. If you just mostly do things by yourself in one room where you don't really have a need for that, probably not worth it, because it's more expensive than an actual soundboard is, and it's a little more limited in what you can do. Like I said, you can only have 2 active inputs at once. But the coolest thing about this is it has phantom power running off battery. So it's one of the only things I know that like you don't have to have it plugged in, but you can still put an XLR mic in. Like this is not wired in any way right now while I have it sitting here. You can put it in through DC. It's not included with it. I always think that's dumb, but if you have a DC input, you can plug it in, run it off that. But it's got 4 AA batteries in it, and it's been running on that for a few hours now, and running the phantom power to my XLR. Like I said, you can also go into the menu and actually edit your tracks. Like once you've got all the tracks in, you can edit down the song, cut out bits. All of that I find a little bit unintuitive, but you can do it on here. Like if you really want, you can put everything on here, and you know, once you've finished with the kind of clunky interface of editing, export it out as an MP3, or I think you can do a WAV also. I don't remember. And all of those tracks are compressed down, mixed down track, and you're good to go. It's on a SD card. Everything saves to SD, so you've got it right there. If you're like, you know, on a bus without internet or something like that and just want to mix it out after recording a sweet track with your band on the road, you can do it. It's amazing what this little guy can do. So that's kind of all I wanted to show here. It's not terribly cheap. I have it because I got it from someone else, but it can do a lot of things if that's what you're into. And I love the live monitoring. I think that's super cool. Because sometimes it's hard to know how good something sounds until you're done, and then it's like, well, crap, I wasted all that time, and it didn't sound like what I wanted it to. So the fact that you can go in there, record your audio, like add live reverb, things like that, you know, adjust all of those values while you're recording, or at least before you save it, is great to me. Because it means that you are satisfied with the final product before it's ever a digital file. I'm pretty well known for screwing up on the technical side of things. I'm not even sure if this shot is in focus, honestly. For example, because I do everything myself, to be able to live monitor it like that is huge. I can do a test, hear it, and then be like, okay, that's good to go. Now I can actually start recording, and I never have to mess with it again. I don't think my mixer, like my actual mixer, can even do that. Soundboard, whatever you want to call it. I know Mixer is both a thing you make cake in and also a streaming service now. I'm going to go with Soundboard. But yeah, super cool. So, sorry this is kind of an awkward, quick and dirty. I don't understand half the stuff this thing can do. I just wanted to show it off for those that might. And be like, oh, it can do that thing. I don't know, point at a button. But I was going through the manual to try to understand it all. I just didn't want to go over it all for you guys because it's dense. And it would be a lot of like showing you the mixer or showing you the portable soundboard deal on the screen, like while I hit buttons, and I didn't want to do all that. You'll know if you want this. Trust me. But all I wanted to say is that what it does very well, and you will not be disappointed. Like I said, I mostly just love that you can do multiple live recordings to the same device at the same time, and you can, you know, auto adjust that stuff with headphones on, so you know it sounds exactly how you want before you actually get anything out. That's huge to me, because like I might, you know, go to my brother's house or something and be like, hey, let's record some stuff. Just plop this thing down, you know, pull up a game, all the audio is taken care of. I don't have to take all of this other equipment with me that I would normally have to take, or take a dinky little like portable thing that doesn't sound that great. I can use my actual mics, honestly, these onboard mics do sound really good. There's plenty of options. So yeah, that's all I got. Hope you enjoyed this. And if you're interested in this, I'll put a link to like a Amazon or B&H. I don't remember where. I think it was B&H that I saw it on. I'll put a link somewhere. It's not an affiliate link. It's just for your convenience. But yeah, that's all I got. So until next time, have fun. Hi, kitty. What are you trying to set up? What are you doing? Can I do my video? Huh?